Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Clarissa Fussy, and on behalf of my sisters, I want to thank everyone for being here today. I also want to extend our gratitude to the Franciscan sisters for opening their home to us and giving us this opportunity to share our music. We feel blessed to have our first recital here with you and in the presence of the Lord in the tabernacle. As you listen today, we hope that every note played touches your soul in a way that brings peace, hope, joy, and reflection in ways words cannot. The first piece I will play today is the Prelude in C major by Johann Sebastian Bach, a composer of deep Christian faith who believed that every note could honor God. This prelude was originally written as a teaching piece to demonstrate musical beauty and imagination. Yet, beyond its simple pattern of flowing chords, it becomes a quiet prayer, humble in sound, but rich in spirit. You may also recognize it as the music later used for the beautiful Ave Maria, chosen because its harmony feels like a gentle meditation. When I play this piece, I imagine a quiet conversation with Jesus, a moment of stillness where the heart can rest. Its calm and steady movement reminds me that God is always with us. As you listen, I invite you to reflect, what do you wish to tell Jesus that words cannot express?
Good afternoon. My name is Crystal. This next piece is written by Bach as a musical gift for his children. Bach had 20 children in total, 7 from his first wife and 13 from his second wife. Sadly, only 10 made it to adulthood. Minuet in G is a simple but graceful dance that feels peaceful and joyful. As I play it, I invite you to think about the gifts of family, faith, and community, and the joy music can bring when we share it together. I hope you enjoy it.
Hello, my name is Claire, and I will be playing a piece called Crazy Clown. This piece is playful and silly, just like a clown at the circus. When I play it, it reminds me that God gives us joy, laughter, and fun as a way to experience a little bit of heaven here on earth. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy it.
This next piece is Fur-Elise, written by Ludwig van Beethoven, who was Catholic. He often expressed his faith directly in his music, sometimes writing Soli Deo Gloria at the end of his compositions, which means, to God alone be the glory. Both Beethoven and Johann Sebastian Bach used this inscription to dedicate their work entirely to God. Fur-Elise was never published by Beethoven. It was discovered in his papers 40 years after his death. The dedication simply said, "For Elise," but historians still don't know who Elise was or why Beethoven wrote this for her. As I prepare to play this for you, I invite you to do as these great composers did, dedicate your work to him. In the quiet of your heart, you may pray, "Lord, I dedicate my work entirely to your glory."
This next piece is called For a Song. This piece is interesting because it makes me feel both happy and sad. It reminds me that it is okay to feel happy and sad at the same time. As you prepare to listen, think of something that makes you sad that you might want to offer up to Jesus, and think of something that makes you happy that you can thank Jesus for.
This next piece I will play today is called Curious Story, written by Stephen Heller. Stephen grew up in a Christian home and allowed his faith to inspire his music. This piece feels like a musical adventure, like following clues in a story that God is unfolding in our lives. Its playfulness reminds us that curiosity is a gift from God, guiding us to learn with joy and explore his creation. As you prepare to listen, I invite you to reflect on an area in your life that God is calling you to be courageous and curious about.
This next piece is the first movement of Beethoven's Pathetic Sonata, one of his most dramatic and beloved works. It is filled with raw emotion and striking contrasts. At times, the music seems almost helpless, as though it is wrestling with sorrow and frustration. You can feel Beethoven's personal struggle echoing through every phrase, and yet, beneath the storm, there is a quiet fire, a supernatural strength, a breath of the divine, that lifts the music towards something triumphant, something beyond human limits. What makes this work even more powerful is remembering where Beethoven was in life when he wrote it. He was only in his 20s, just beginning to face the terrifying reality that his hearing was slipping away. Year after year, his hearing grew worse. And by the final decade of his life, he was completely deaf. And yet, even in total silence, he continued to compose some of the greatest music the world has ever known, including his Ninth Symphony. Beethoven himself once wrote, "I will seize fate by the throat. It shall certainly not crush me completely." His life, like his music, reminds us that even in suffering, we are not defeated. Because with God's strength, struggle can be transformed into something eternal.
The next two pieces will be played by Clarissa and I. The first piece is called No Moon Tonight. This piece makes me think of how sad it would be not to have the moon. It would feel dark and cold without its nightly brilliance.
The next piece we will play together is called Square Dance. This lively dance reminds me that we're made to live in a community. God calls us to share our gifts with others. Music shows how our voices and talents can come together to make something beautiful. We hope you enjoy.
This next piece was written by Dmitry Kabalevsky, a well-known Russian composer, the music educator of the 20th century. He wrote many pieces for young pianists because he believed that students should learn music that is both educational and enjoyable to play. These 7 cheerful variations begin with a simple melody that is repeated and transformed in different ways, sometimes playful, sometimes thoughtful, always full of character. Each variation keeps the same melody in its core, but changes its rhythm, style, or mood. As you listen, notice how the theme keeps returning even as it changes. In the same way, our lives go through many stages, but God remains constant, guiding, shaping, and strengthening us through every season.
This last piece I will play was written by Edward MacDowell, an American composer who was also a man of Christian faith. His music is known for its emotional richness and strong sense of character. This particular piece feels bold and full of life, like a musical journey forward through challenge and triumph. MacDowell once said that music should awaken what is noble in the human heart, and I feel that in this piece. To me, it is a reminder to live with courage, perseverance, and purpose, trusting that God strengthens us in every step of the journey. To all who are here with us today, we are truly humbled by your presence in this sacred space. May you leave here today renewed in spirit and strengthened in hope. May you be inspired to live fully, love generously, and walk faithfully, allowing God's light to shine through all you do. May we continue to build one another up in community, sharing our gifts and encouraging one another along the way. Ultimately, in the words of the great masters, Bach and Beethoven, may all we do be for his glory. Soli Deo Gloria, to God alone be the glory.
Thank you for coming, and if you'd like to join us by the gift shop, we'll have some cookies there. Thank you all. We're very blessed to be here.